I sold 17 items in one day on eBay and Poshmark. This is part one of a two-part series. We'll start on Poshmark and end on eBay. Let's get started. We'll start on Poshmark. I sold a Liz Claiborne jacket for $20, and the buyer did pay shipping on Poshmark. My profit on this jacket was $14.22. Now, Liz Claiborne is not a brand I typically pick up. However, this was free to me from a fellow shopper at Goodwill that heard that I was a reseller. She came up to me and asked if I'd be interested in 3 bags of clothing that she no longer wanted, and I said sure. So my car was unlocked, and she put all 3 garbage bagfuls of clothing in the car. So I picked this up for free, sold for $20 plus shipping on Poshmark. I made a quick $15 on this jacket. The keywords to note here, I did include the size, lightweight coat, red. It did have a suede feel. It was a full zip, did have lots of pockets, so I included the keyword pockets, and I also included anorak in case someone was searching for that. And the next item to sell was also a jacket. This was a San Francisco 49ers full zip jacket. Now, this initially caught my eye at the Goodwill. I thought it could have been Kansas City Chiefs. And with the Tavis, the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce phenomenon, I thought that would be a great thing to pick up at the Goodwill. So actually, the first day at the Goodwill when I saw it, I left it behind. In typical Goodwill fashion, they did write the price right on the clothing. So I did leave it behind. However, I went back the next day and it was still there. So I did pick it up and I did pay up for it for the $10. I did leave the written price right on the jacket and noted that in the description. And I also included the photograph. This NFL jacket sold for $79 plus shipping on Poshmark. Again, I paid up for it. I paid $10. The profit, when it was all said and done, was $50.11. So do keep your eye open for this NFL apparel. Not necessarily the Kansas City Chiefs, but almost any NFL team. I do believe the 49ers went pretty far in the playoffs. Actually, they were in the Super Bowl, so that probably led to the quick sale. This was very detailed with embroidered patchwork on the front and the back. Did have a Sherpa fur lining, which I did include in the title. I also included jacket, XL, I spelled out extra large, San Francisco and 49ers. So this was a great thrift store find to flip for a quick profit. It sold within 2 weeks of listing. The next item to sell was a pair of jeans that I picked up for my own personal wear. However, I didn't like the way they fit, so I did list them across all of my platforms. I paid $4.25 for these. They sold for $13 on Poshmark. My profit was a whopping $5.80. But again, this was a pair of jeans. I didn't try them on in the store. I just thought I'd take a chance. I did not like the way they fit, so I sold them on Poshmark. The closing hole did have a little issue with it, like someone tried to stretch it out. Again, imperfect jeans still sell. So go ahead and list those imperfect items and just note the detail in the description. The keywords to note on this one, Cobby 3386, which Cobby is kind enough to include that style number on their inner tag. It was a high-rise, straight leg, size 4, dark wash, denim, jeans, and stretch. I did include the number sign 3386 as well as the 3386 by itself. You never know what one is searching for when they search for jeans on Poshmark. Next, we'll hop over to eBay. I sold a sign from my bathroom. We remodeled both of our bathrooms, actually, and this was a sign that had to go after the remodel. I did pick it up from the Goodwill for, I believe it was $3. Usually they'll put their price right on the back of the item, but I don't see it here. I do believe I paid $3 for it. The sign does say wash your worries away. After the remodel, we wanted something a little different, so I did go ahead and list this across all of my platforms. I accepted a best offer of $10.09. The buyer did, however, pay $19.58 for shipping, so they paid more to ship it than the item itself. It was quite heavy, so that led to the higher shipping charge, although, to be honest, I did make about $9 on shipping. It only cost me $10.45 to ship this via UPS. So the profit on this one was $11.57. So if you have items laying around your home that you no longer use, go ahead and list those across all of your platforms. You never know what someone is searching for. And that is a reseller tip. So if you're interested in more reseller tips and tricks, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, subscribe to my channel for many more reseller tips to come. And the next item to sell on eBay was a pair of Levi denim jeans. Now, I did notice on these jeans they had the big E, and big E is a bolo. However, I do believe that the more modern brands do have this big E logo, so you do want to be aware of that. Thus, I did not list these as vintage, but I did note that they had the big E in the title. I paid $4.50 for these. They sold for $36.79 with an offer to watcher. The buyer did pay $9 priority shipping, so they were about $45 all in on these denim jeans. These were a size 34 by 32, so a fairly good size. My profit on this one was $22.87. Looking at these keywords, Levi Strauss denim jeans, button fly 501. Again, with the size, I did include the size with spacing and then without. And I never know with Levi's whether to include the apostrophe S or not. So I did also include Levi's with the apostrophe S. Premium, and then I did note that it had the big E logo. And the next item to sell was another pair of men's jeans. These were American Eagle original straight leg denim jeans. I paid $4.50 for this at the Goodwill. I accepted a best offer of $29.30. Again, the buyer paid $9 shipping, so geez, they were about $40 all in on this pair of American Eagle denim jeans. My profit on this pair was $18.64. I do pick up these American Eagle denim jeans, original straight, boot cut. The men's jeans tend to sell well, and I have fewer returns on these. So if you're not picking up American Eagle, you may want to give it a second look. Looking at these keywords, American Eagle Outfitters denim jeans, original straight leg. I did also include the keyword jean without the S, and then sizing both ways. And the next item is another pair of jeans. These are women, a Wrangler Willow riding jeans. I paid $4.50 for these. I accepted a best offer of $28 plus $9, so they were $37 all in. This Wrangler is a great brand. On the inner tag here, you can see where it says Ultimate Riding Jean, which is always a plus. These were a smaller size 5 by 32, but smaller folks need jeans as well. So my profit on this pair of jeans was $16.74. These keywords to note here, Willow Ultimate Riding Jeans. I did include the keyword equestrian, 5 by 32, love it, mid-rise, and again with the size without the spacing. And the last item to sell on eBay was a new tag sweater. This was metallic with a sparkle print. Again, I will pick up almost anything new with tag at the thrift store, and this was no exception. However, this took forever to sell. It took 5 years. I originally had it listed on Amazon because it was new with tags, but it didn't sell over there, and eventually a best offer came in of $9 plus $7 shipping. So the buyer paid $16 total for this new with tag sweater. Luckily, I picked it up at the thrift store for just $1.50, so my profit was $6.18. This is not a brand I would typically pick up nowadays, even new with tag, but like I said, I had it for 5 years. I've learned in recent years to not pick up anything and everything new with tags. However, the price on this, it was $36 retail. So the keywords to note on this one: large metallic fit, long sleeve beaded, pullover sweater, and I did also include the keyword blouse. This is my assistant Mojo. He is our recent adoption from the Humane Society. He is a cuddlebug and we love him to pieces. He does like to inspect the packages before I send them to the post office. If you've enjoyed this video or learned something new today, pound that like button. It's the thumbs up. It really helps my channel and it tells me that I am creating great content that you guys love. And I'm Zandra, Piece of Scrap on YouTube. Subscribe for more What's Sold on eBay.